Hi everybody, we're back. It's the next day and we're gonna continue our Q&A video. What do you think, Em? You ready to finish it off? Alright guys, we're back. It's the next day. We didn't get the video finished yesterday because, well, it's just really hard for me and Hilda to sit down and do this together. And this might be a good time to point out that both Hilda and I do work full-time at a hospital. And I work in the mornings from 7 to 3:30. And then she goes to work at 4:30 in the afternoon until 1 in the morning. So, you know, we only get that hour where we see each other, and then we do take our breaks at home, so we do get like another hour or so throughout the day that we see each other. But it's mainly the weekends that we get to spend time together. And this kind of leads into some of the next questions, so here we go. So one of the questions somebody had was, is Hilda a nurse? And if you've watched our show, you definitely have seen Hilda in scrubs, so she might look like a nurse, but she's not. What are you, Hilda?
I work in the lab.
Yes.
So I'm a phlebotomist, and I draw blood from little babies and children and make them cry and process it, and I do the front desk and lots of stuff. I do all sorts of lab stuff.
Next question, what do we do for fun on the weekends? So as we said, we get weekends off together usually. Hilda works every third or fourth weekend depending. And I actually just had to start a new schedule where I work every other Saturday. So we're not really going to get weekends off together anymore. But we always like to do something fun on the weekends. You know, a lot of it's just catching up around the house with laundry and dishes and all that unfun stuff. So we like to do something fun, and that's usually hanging out with friends, playing games, playing with this little Emily, the little bugaboo. Come on, they gotta see you. They gotta see you. And yeah, it's just generally whatever takes us that weekend we do. So.
I'm blind.
And the next question is, how do we keep our relationship strong and take time for each other? So that's been a struggle lately with our opposite schedules and me starting to work every other weekend and stuff like that.
Hey!
Hey, that was... You come over here. Ow!
It's a hard one.
Yeah, this is a hard one. We don't do anything particularly special. You know, we haven't really done date nights very often, but it is something that I've decided I want to try and do more, especially if we're not going to have every weekend off together anymore.
True.
So I would like to have maybe 1 or 2 days out of the month where somebody comes to take care of this little crazy girl, and we can actually go out and have some time for each other, go out to eat or something like that. In the past, we've kind of just wanted to bring Emily along with us, but it's definitely getting harder to spend alone time together. But we do manage. We do manage. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Oh, you're so cute.
As long as she's got glasses.
And in a related question, you guys want to know what we do for fun and what are our hobbies.
I like the outdoors, so I guess the winters really put a damper on things, but if it's like spring, summer, fall, we like to go like hiking. I love the Olympic Peninsula, so whenever we can, I like to head out that way. It's my favorite place to, you know, go and be with nature and go hiking around. And a lot of times, you know, for fun, like, we'll just get in the car and start driving and find out where we end up.
Ah, being attacked. Ah!
Oh no, Danny's tires already.
Hey, my hat. I gotta have my hat. Well, as for me, I like to do puzzles. I like to solve the Rubik's Cube. I really enjoy crossword puzzles, logic puzzles, anything with numbers, because I was a math major in college. I got my degree in mathematics. So I really like puzzles. Also a hobby, I would consider this channel, ow, doing YouTube definitely has become a hobby and I love it. Reading is also a big thing for me. I don't get to do it as often, but I love to read. And I think everyone should do it, and I'm really hoping Emily loves to read when she gets older. And what else? Hobbies.
I love gardening.
Yeah, Hilda loves gardening, and I kind of like cooking a lot. I've become the household chef over the years.
And I'm the one who cleans.
Yeah, she
That's
always...
not really a hobby, though.
No, I wouldn't consider that a hobby. I cook, she cleans. Isn't that a good deal? Where'd my hat go? I don't like not having a hat.
I know, yours kind of a...
Okay, and... somebody wants to know what's a meal we cook on a regular basis, every week, every other week, something like that. There's a lot of different things that we cook pretty regularly, and the number one thing with our baby now is macaroni and cheese. Oh.
That sounds scary.
Yeah. She loves macaroni and cheese, so I've begun to cook that a lot more often. But I'd say if I had to choose one, it would be French toast. We cook that pretty often. Everyone seems to love it. My dad
Breakfast for dinner.
My dad has a special recipe that he's passed down to me that just makes it perfect. French toast with some thick sliced bacon and sausage. So we cook that probably the most out of everything. Hey, where'd my hat go again?
Right there.
Where'd it go?
Right there.
Right there?
Right there, Dad.
I see it. I see it. Woo! And Dreamflight 6000 wants to know how Hilda got her name.
Okay.
And this is a pretty interesting one. Not what you'd expect.
So when my parents were expecting me,
oh my God.
We had this little German lady, and she lived right next door in this little house, and her name was Hilda. And you know, my mom and dad were thinking about what are we gonna name our daughter? And well, they didn't find out till they had me, but the first name that came to mind was Hilda because they loved this lady. She was like the oldest lady, and she lived right next door. So my name was Hilda, and her name was Big Hilda.
Yeah.
So I'd always go to Big Hilda's house, and she would take care of me, like, because we lived kind of like on a farm, and we sold produce, and we had a greenhouse, and so like I would go to Big Hilda's house, and she would take care of me, and I would always go through her knickknacks because she had a lot of really cool stuff.
And somebody wants to know what our favorite food is. I was actually asked this question at my work recently as like part of a game, and I came up with pineapple. That's what I settled on. Like
I had pineapple last night.
anything with pineapple I love. Hawaiian pizza, teriyaki with pineapple, anything like that. Pineapple just seems to make everything better. So I'd probably pick that as my favorite one food. But in terms of like a food group, I really like Italian food, pastas and things like that.
And I've been craving apples. That's my big thing right now.
Craving, but what's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Anything breakfast.
Breakfast?
Yeah.
I was going to say sausage for you. And Emily's favorite food, we'll probably do this in her video too. It's been changing a lot lately. She was really into sausage patties and pancakes for a while. But right now, her favorite food seems to be macaroni and cheese. What do you say? What
and
else?
oatmeal.
And oatmeal. Ooh, that's a good one. She eats
multiple times a day.
Yeah, she eats that multiple times a day, oatmeal. She used to really be into pizza, but lately she hasn't eaten it so much when we get it. So maybe she's tired of it. Okay, what's the next question?
Do we have any tattoos? The answer is nope.
No, none of us have tattoos. We've thought about it, but, you know.
Yeah.
It just seems so permanent, so we've resisted that temptation.
I'd have to say in high school I really wanted a butterfly tattoo, like right back on my upper back, but I never did it. If you guys were stuck on an island, what is the one mod con that you could not live without? Oh, jeez,
I think I'd pick washer and dryer because our apartments have never had a washer and dryer, and I'm just dying for one, you know? We always have to go to the laundromat or do it in our apartment complex, and if I was on a deserted island, that's what I'd want. I wouldn't want to be washing clothes if I was stuck on an island.
I want to say the telephone, but I don't know if that's fair. Oh, the computer! That's a good answer. I'd want to bring my computer. Did you both grow up in Washington State?
Yes, we both actually were born pretty close to each other, within, what, 20 miles or something?
35 miles.
35 miles. Not that she knows exactly or anything. I was born in Yakima, Washington. She was born in Sunnyside. Then we both met in Marysville when we both lived there. Can you ask the next question? What's the next question? Can you read it to us?
if you could do any job in the world besides what you're doing now, what would it be? And I'll start that off because I know the answer. I would love to be an astronomer. I went to school for astronomy and physics, and I didn't really realize I needed to go all the way and get my PhD. So basically, if I could, I would, you know, keep going to school forever, and get my PhD so I could, you know, teach astronomy or do research or work in an observatory. And if I couldn't do that, then I would love to own my own like greenhouse and sell plants. And I don't know, I love gardening, so I think it would be awesome to have a nursery.
And I'd say I would like to be a puzzle designer. I love making puzzles. I love solving puzzles. You want to play? You want to wear the hat? Yeah, show them how cool you look. Show them how cool. Oh no, you look so cool in it. Look. Look. Oh.
Emily, you're making it not cute. Nobody's
Here,
gonna want to
go get the ball. They only got limited time.
Here's another question. Do you live by your family?
Kind of. My dad lives pretty close. My dad and stepmom live about 10 miles away, so they're the closest. But everyone else lives about 30 miles away. And with Seattle traffic,
it's more like an hour away.
So it's not close enough for us to just go there and drop Emily off or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty close enough we get to see them, you know, weekly or every other week, pretty often. Okay, what were the 3 happiest moments in our life so far? That one's easy. Graduating college, getting married, and having Emily. I mean, you can't top those 3 things, so.
Hands down.
Yeah, hands down, that's it. And what was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you? Jeez, this is...
I get embarrassed easily. Like, I don't know, like, my face just turns red over minor details. So I've had lots of embarrassing things. I just can't really think of any.
It's not the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me, but one of the more recent things was that I text messaged my mom on our anniversary and said, "Happy anniversary, sleepyhead." When I really meant her, because I knew she was still sleeping and it was like noon or something. So that was pretty funny. Alright, that's it for our Q&A video. We hope you didn't bore you too much. We had a lot of questions and we tried to get through them all. If we left out one of your questions, just let us know in the comments and we'll answer it. Okay, say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say, I love you guys. Thanks for watching the show. But next time, ask more questions about me. Who cares about mom and dad? Gosh, they're so... Who cares about them? This is my show. All the questions should be about Ladybug Girl.